Today is the day I talk directly to the fellas out there. Let's get into it. Hey, welcome back, viewers, to the Felix Black Show here on YouTube, your only source for purple pill content here on the entire internet. What is purple pill content? It's a mixture of the red pill, which is men empowerment, and we talk about how women are not doing their job. It's a mix of the blue pill. Well, it's women empowerment, and we talk about how men need to step up and do better things. Okay, so purple pill is a mixture of the both because I am a man, so I want to empower us gentlemen out there to do better. That way we get better results. And I think there is a part of the female population that could do better as well. So that's why I call it the purple pill, because I speak from both sides. But today, as you can see from the title, this is going strictly to the gentlemen, us men, right? This is for us. Open letter to the men. First and foremost, let me just say, we have to do better. It's as simple as that. We have to do better. We have to be providing more leadership, more guidance, more providing in general, more protection. That is what we should be doing more of for our families, for women, for children. I don't want to just say specifically for women and children, for families, for our partners. Okay? More leadership, more guidance, more providing, more protection. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Okay? Those are our responsibilities. We have a generation now that seems to think the modern woman is taking over and wants a softer man. I can say from experience that there are about 95% of those strong women are strong because we have not been doing our piece. That's not saying all men are doing our job, but the majority, 85% maybe, aren't. We need to bring that up to at least 97 to 98%. Let's be honest, right? We need to take back the masculinity, the strength, and that support for those family members that look to us to be that rock, to be that saving grace. Okay? They should be able to come to you for support, for that emotional support. You should be providing for your family. I am not saying that men should have a 9-to-5 job, clock in, clock out. If you a hustler, if you hit a lick, okay, that's what you do. You know what I mean? More power to you. But it has to be consistent. Women revel in stability. They want money, right? That's what we say. Women only want our money. They want that stability that comes with a man providing. She doesn't have to worry about if the house is going to get foreclosed on. She doesn't have to worry if there's going to be the repo man coming to get the car, if the kids are not going to have clothes to wear, if there's not going to be food in the refrigerator. She should not have to worry about that. That's our job. That's our role. This is my belief. So if you believe what I believe, cool. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm looking for a certain thing. I provide a certain thing. So that's why I'm speaking like this. They should be able to come to you for that. The entire family. Unfortunately, we do not get to rest. Providing for your family is a continuous thing. You decided to have one if you have a family. If you're providing for yourself, okay, we don't necessarily need the higher echelon of Gucci and Balenciaga. You don't necessarily need that. We need, as men, we need less to survive, okay? But if you have a family, you have an obligation to that family to provide for them. And it's not just a monetary thing, like I've already said. Guidance, leadership, support. It's a big one. Listening, being able to tell when your partner needs a break, when you can overtake the parenting and let your significant other go do whatever it is they do to unwind. Okay. We need to be providing that. And I think there is such a division nowadays because I can admit I hear too many stories about men just not stepping up. We should not be letting women open doors if we're with them on dates or just around them if we're going out. We should not be letting them change tires on cars, especially if you're present. She can help, but I see one video is too many of a woman down changing a tire and the man either sitting in the car or standing there watching. That's the wrong answer. What's another thing? Opening doors. Should not be changing tires. Oh, we should not be moving in with women. No. That to me is a huge no. That goes back to my providing example. If you get a home together, kudos. She moves in with you, kudos. Never, not on my wildest, not in my wildest dreams would I move in with a female. We would just be living apart, or I would just be living in my parents' house while she has her own place. Yes, it is that serious for me. I'm not even in a headspace to begin to start a relationship if I cannot provide for myself. I'm providing for myself first and foremost. And then when I'm able to provide for myself and others, that is when I am ready. And I think more people need to be able to provide for themselves first versus looking for someone to provide for them. I think that would solve a lot of the financial problems. Finances is one of the biggest issues in relationships. Finances. If it's going well, everything's peachy. There's no problems. When you start, someone has a gambling problem, has a shopping problem, the debt starts to build up and you don't see a way out. That's when you have a major problem on your hands in your relationship. Finances is huge. Another thing that we need to work on is men, me included, emotional intelligence. On this journey to become that male figure, that head of household figure, emotions get left by the wayside. I'm going to tell you, my father was present. I'm pretty much a spitting image of him and his responsibilities and the way he feels we're supposed to provide. Nowhere in that manual was sharing your feelings like that. So I'm not a feelings sharer with my significant other. I share feelings. I share issues if we're in a marriage, definitely if we're in a serious relationship. But for the most part, us as men, when we have those problems at work, when we have those burdens, we share that with male friends. And I hope everyone has that ability to talk to someone about those problems. We don't have the ability. We don't get the ability. We don't necessarily want to cry in front of our significant other. We're just not wired like that. I know women want to, share your feelings. Tell me be careful what you ask for. I don't think Women want to see their man. I'm speaking for women. I'm sorry. This is the way I think as a male, in this day and age. I don't feel that you guys want to see us cry because we don't know where our next paycheck is coming from. We don't know if we're going to be able to live in a house tomorrow. We don't know. Like we just give up. We don't get that opportunity. We don't get that chance to give up. A man should not be giving up. It's hard. It's unfair. I understand it. But that's just the way that things kind of are now. We're supposed to talk that out with someone, figure it out. That is our goal. That is our role. Figure it out. So when you come home, when you step through that door and you're talking to your partner, you have a plan in place. It doesn't necessarily have to be the greatest plan. It doesn't necessarily have to work, but you just have a plan. And when you don't have a plan for how your family is going to function and move forward, that is unacceptable. That's unsatisfactory on so many levels. We need to work on that emotional intelligence. We need to be able to recognize when our partner needs a break, when we're being too hard on the kids and they just need to have some fun and play. Let's go for a night out of bowling. Let's have a night out of just fun, because the world is a tough place. And when you can find solace and peace with your family, having a good time, whether it's for an hour, whether it's family game night, whether it's just sitting in the backyard, the kids running, the grill's going, and y'all are just chatting. Because that routine, it becomes hard, it becomes tough. And if the men are driving that train the way that we're supposed to, we're holding everyone to those expectations. We're holding kids to the expectations of, you will get good grades in school. You will get good grades in school. Did I say that? We're holding our spouse to that, you have issues at work, you have issues at school. Be mentally tough. Continue to work through it. It's not a perfect world. That's that support system. Everyone brings their issues to you. You disperse solutions. They have to have that confidence in you as a man. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not saying if you say a plan that it has to work. No, but you have to be able to at least think through and come up with a plan. We don't get that chance to give up. I want us men to be kings, to live like kings. But we have to do our part to get that respect, to deserve that respect. We have to come to the table ready, bring what we have to the table and present it. This is not, people act like this is new. We're animals. I watch National Geographic all the time. And there's one thing, males and females too, but this is for the males. Males of different species are always proving themselves, showing the female that you should be with me. In so many words. When it's mating season, they're doing different dances, different calls, different displays, right? To show you should procreate with me because my genetics are best. I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest. I'm not saying go out there and fight everybody, right? But that's what animals do, right? They fight to see who gets the female. We're a little bit more evolved sometimes, right? So we don't always have to fight it out to show who gets the partner, who gets the female. But we do have to show we're able to provide. This is what I'm able to provide. And so that's what I'm going to talk to the females about in my follow-up video to this one, but we'll save that for another day. Men, I want us to step up. I want us to lead from the front. Yes, that is an Army phrase. Lead from the front. Be that guide, be that rock, be that support. And I guarantee you, if you display that, your confidence will soar and women will take notice of that. Everyone wants to talk to me now, all of a sudden. I will say this, right? The other day I had someone tell me, I talk to them like it's an honor for them to talk to me. I talk to them like it's an honor for them to talk to me. It is. It is an honor to talk to me. It is an honor to join my circle, to be close to me. You should feel the same way. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with protecting your circle. Is it an honor to talk to me? Yes. I was not berating her. I was not talking down to her. I was talking like a man talks, right? And if you're not able to handle that, I'm okay with that. Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way, but my confidence is not going to lessen. I'm not going to stop that because I understand and I come to the table ready. I come to a situation ready. If we present that, if you just men show up to a situation, a relationship, ready, able to take care of yourself, able to take care of others, have your mental capacity, and are able to handle the emotional, the sad, the happy, the glad, the bad, the good of others, you're ready. You're ready to invest and you're ready to be invested in. But we have to do our part. We really have to do our part before we can blame an entire population. I was going to say race and species, but an entire population of women. We cannot do that. As a 1%er, I am the 1% man. Single, no kids, have a job, take care of myself, right? As a 1%er, I can admit I can do better, and men in general can do better. And I'm hoping that through dialogue, through YouTube videos, and hopefully this catches fire, and eventually, the audience grows, that we're able to do this. We're able to connect as men. We need to stop acting like looking for advice and seeking mentorship is an act of showing weakness. Iron sharpens iron. The same way someone mentors you, your mentor is being mentored, is a mentee to someone else. We all have to have someone to bounce those ideas off of, to vent those frustrations to, because there are a lot of frustrations that men go through. Absolutely. And we can't always vent to our significant other. We just can't. Because sometimes we don't have a plan. Sometimes we don't know what's happening. But we want to remain confident. We want to remain strong for that person that's in our lives. And so we need someone to talk to get those answers. So there's nothing wrong with that. Men, There's nothing wrong with that. Stop with the asking for help as a sign of weakness. Right now, as of this recording, it is No Shave November. Boom. For men's health. People will say it's No Nut November. To me, that is trying to make light of men's health. Men, we need to go to get checked out. We need, once we have pains, once we have something's not right in our bodies, we need to go get it looked at. That is what No Shave November is supposed to be about, men's health. So please, 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 for yourself and those that love you, make sure you are getting yourself checked out. There's nothing courageous about walking around with a broken leg. There's nothing courageous about that. That becomes stupidity. That becomes dumb. And men, you are not dumb. You are very intelligent, very strong, and able to handle much more than you think you can. We just have to get out of our own way. A little bit of that is programming, but a lot of that is just natural. We need to get out of our own way. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask for help. Please make sure that you are monitoring your health for your sake and for your family's sake. That is not a joke. I swear, once you hit 40, everything hurts overnight. People say that and people think that it is a joke. It is absolutely true. Okay? But I just want to stress, we need that leadership. We need that guidance back with the men. We need to be able to lead from the front. If you have children, this is barring any disputes between man and woman. Men, if you have kids, you should be taking care of those children. My goodness. I understand that they're single parents. I get that. You don't have to be there to be present. You don't have to be there to be present. Your presence should still reign supreme, even if you live separate from your children. To hear a man or a woman, but again, I'm talking to men today, don't have any contact with their children or minimal contact with their children. We're talking younger children. Children in general. That is very sad to me. That is very sad for me to hear. I don't need to have children to know that if I have, when I have one, I will be there and present. I could punish you over the phone. I don't have to be there. That's how much presence I want and will have. And it's just mind-boggling to me how men have children and don't acknowledge them, don't take care of them, don't speak to them. It is just mind-boggling. I will never understand how that is possible. Again, that's removing any animosity between mom and dad, any problems there. You can't tell me that every man that does not interact with their children is because the mom keeps them away. Okay, I'm not getting into those type of situations. Okay, because yes, there's more at play there. There are instances where the guy just doesn't show up. He isn't around. And that, I will never wrap my head around that because I don't know where I would be without my dad. I don't. He gives me advice to this day about things that are happening. And if I stress anything more than being a leader, being a provider, being a face of stability, it's take care of what you created. What you created. If you didn't know having sex creates kids, I don't know. Okay? I can't say everyone knows that. I assume everyone knows that but maybe there are people who don't know that. Hopefully everyone knows that there's a possibility. No one is having sex and not knowing that you can create kids that way. But if you have children, you have a responsibility to take care of them. I just don't understand. That is just one thing I just can't put into any different type of words than just, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? But I'd like to start, even if it's one by one, to change those habits. People want to talk, reach out. I'm always available, not always. I'm available to talk. That's what I'm doing Purple Pill content for, is to get a merge of the red and a merge of the blue. We should not be on any extremes. We should be making each other better. Iron sharpens iron. But I first have to start with men, because I am one. So I have the perspective, I have the experience to speak on it. I'd like to see us do better. So this is a challenge to the men out there. If you are already doing those things, teach one person. Bring one person along with you. Get them right. There's a can't get right out there somewhere. Get them right. And then challenge that person to get someone right. Eventually we'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day. And if you're a person that needs assistance, that needs to get right, reach out. Reach out to someone. Talk to someone. Start today. It starts with one step. If you're a man who can't do those things, who isn't doing those things, that's okay. That is okay. It's just like if someone has an addiction, that's okay. What we want to do is we want to turn that around. We want you to recognize that I want to change, and then you can change. And then you have a support system to help you change. But men, we have to do better. So this is my challenge to men. Let's step up. Let's do what we're supposed to be doing. Let's do what's inside of us innately. Okay, let's do that. This is Felix Black. This is my challenge.